Yeah, man, just so proud of this football team, the coaches, the players, the support staff, everybody this week put in a little bit of extra work. And we challenged everybody to come out there and do a little bit extra. Offensively, it wasn't always clean sometimes, with the penalties and also, too, with the turnovers. But the explosive plays were real tonight. And I think they saw a glimpse. If we clean up some things, how good we really can be. Defensively, like what they did tonight on the defense side of the ball, stopping them in critical situations, not allowing them a point in the first quarter, just continue to ride the emotional roller coaster all night was really good. Gabe Benyard came up with explosive punt returns like he always does. So just, overall, every phase of the game I thought complemented one another.
Coach, first half was one of the most productive halves in program history here. What led to you guys having the start you did, and then what slowed you down there in the second? I
think that, the first quarter, we talked about the details. That's one thing we stressed all week is just hammering down on just the small little details. You don't have to do anything outrageous, just do the little things at a high level. And I think in the first quarter, it was a reflection of what we had preached all week. The second quarter, we had kind of our stumps and our bumbles, but, a lot of that was really self-inflicted wounds, to be honest with you. And then we went into halftime, talked about some things, got some things cleaned up. And it was up and down, to be honest with you, the second half. But, when you play a good football team like Arkansas State is, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. We knew that they was going to come back with some vengeance in the second half. And I think that's what they did. They're a quality program. They're a championship caliber program with the multiple bowls. And that's what they saw. But tonight, I told the team we don't have to be great every day against these guys. We just got to be great tonight against them. And that's what we were.
A couple really big stops there in the last 10 minutes. What can you say about the defense those last couple of drives?
Yeah, we stalled out a little bit offensively. I felt like the team was a little tired on the offense side of the ball. Just the strain was getting a little sloppy. You saw a couple of penalties kind of late down the stretch. So I went over to the defense. We talked to them about, we had to put it in their hands a little bit. We needed those stops. They had been playing great all night. So I just knew that when they got their opportunities to go back on the field, they were well rested. And the strain that you saw from so many different levels, first, second, and third level, was magnificent.
Coach, guy to your left, he tied the single game passing yards record tonight. Just how good was he?
I thought Amari took the game plan and excelled. He did some things tonight, got to protect the ball better. But overall, just the way he controlled the offense, the way he fought through some adversity, was cramping throughout the night, the way he protected the football when he had those mishaps. Man, like that's the compliment to his resiliency. Like to overcome some of those things we talked about, there's going to be some ups, there's going to be some downs. You got to stay steady Eddie the entire time. And I thought that's what he did tonight.
Yeah, and then building on that, Amari, how does it feel to have this kind of game against a quality opponent like Arkansas?
First, I want to thank my Lord Savior Jesus Christ. But to have this game, it's just what you come here for. The big moments. To see on the stat sheet a lot of guys catching the rock, making plays. That's just what I come here for, to distribute the balls and have fun with the guys on the field, score points.
And then you did have a couple of fumbles tonight. How do you go about addressing that in practice?
Just back to the drawing board. Just emphasize protecting the ball and not letting it get up my grass when I decide to run.
And then for both of my players up here, crowd really got into it tonight. How were you guys able to feed off of their energy?
I'll start, but the fans have been great the first 2 weeks. Same sellout crowds the first 2 weeks of the home game. So just feeding off the energy, we're gonna need that going forward, going into conference play. So big shout out to the fans because we feed off that a lot, especially our Juice Squad guys that are not dressing out. We feed off all types of energy, especially highs and lows.
I would say playing defense, man, there's nothing that feels better than just the other offense getting frustrated because they can't hear the play call or they can't get set in the formation. That's just a big shout out to the fans and, like Amari said, the Juice Squad out there just, creating disruptions for the other team, and it's just a blessing to play behind a city who really supports us the way we do.
Sure, yeah, just building on that, I think there were several false starts there in the fourth quarter. How much of a factor was the 12th man up?
Oh, definitely a huge factor. Obviously teams are going to fatigue during the fourth quarter and more mistakes come out, but just the energy in the stadium, man, like if you play NCAA, you get that little stadium pulse, but we really brought that tonight, and shout out to Owls for that. Shout out to Owls.
And then, Coach, last thing from me, just how much of a morale boost and confidence boost is this going into conference play?
I think anytime you get a win, it helps the mojo of the whole building, right? Everybody sees what we are potential capable of, and that should motivate you even more to want more. I think it should leave a taste in your mouth that you're hungry for more success. We got a quality opponent coming in here next week in Middle Tennessee, and, they're going to be ready. It's the first conference game more than anything else. And to kind of piggyback off these guys, what they kind of talked about, man, I challenge ask the students to keep coming out. You know, it was a great crowd tonight. The energy was electric. I just want to see more and more of our student base come out and just really keep supporting our guys, because they are going to help us get to where we're trying to go. That hostile environment is what we're looking for.
Just one more thing from me. Alexander Diggs went down in that second half. Is there any update on his status or how he's doing?
Diggs is fine. A lot of cramping, a lot of bumps and bruises, but overall, he'll be ready to rock and roll.
Gentlemen, I'm so sorry. I just came in. I apologize if I'm going to ask a question that's already been asked. But going back to practice this week, how would you evaluate your practice leading up to this, your preparation? Was there anything more that kind of happened through the week that led you to have more confidence going into this match?
I'll start with this one, and I'll say this. As soon as we got back in the building after the last game, the coaches challenged us this week to just be intentional and be overly focused this week and try to have the best week of practice we could. And every day, I'll speak for the defense, we could feel that we were every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're stacking days and just getting better. I mean, like, just being intentional and correcting our mistakes. And Coach Mattioli said it best. It was like, we don't have to be perfect. We just have to be on point every snap that we can. And I think that just showed what we did through practice, and it came out and showed tonight.
I think on the offensive side of the ball, at Sunday meeting, Monday meeting, coach ripped everybody from support staff, coaches to players, just to be detailed, just to be super detailed throughout the week. On the offense side of the ball, we had a lot of walkthroughs, and we were just detailed throughout the week. We stacked day after day on practice, and we just came out here, and you seen it in the first quarter. We put up a lot of points, so we played down to our competition last week. So just being detailed throughout the week was the most important thing.
And for you, you've been here a while. You've had injury. You've redshirted as well. This is a huge moment in Kennesaw State's young football history, and you played a big part of it. What does it mean for you at this point in your career to have a game like this?
Man, it's a blessing. It's an honor. It just feels great to be here as we're in this transitional stage kind of, but showing the country who we are at Kennesaw State. I think Coach Mack has done a great job since he's been here of just, we've got some great paths, but just being where our feet are and showing people that Kennesaw is not a slouch team. We're not just nothing to play with. And it's a blessing to be a big part of it. I really cherish this role I have on this defense and on this team, and it's just a blessing.
Mario, it looks like you have fun out there. Why is this game fun for you?
I just love competing, just having the opportunity to go and compete against other people and then put your name on the map and win. Like, I love winning. So when we're having fun, when we're scoring points and we're winning, I'm going to have fun, smile, and dance. So y'all see that, but I just love competing, love the opportunity to win.
Anything else? All right, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.